So this is what happens when your wife goes out of town and no one's there to check your treasure hunting obsessions. So went to bed a little bit late, but woke up for the premiere. So it's 3 a.m. East Coast time. Watched all three 1 hour sections of the new Forrest Fenn Golden Greed Netflix documentary, and just want to put out some thoughts on here. I'm not normally the type of person that just watches Netflix documentaries and does reaction videos, but because this one, the creator of one of the treasure hunts that I'm following, Justin Posey's Beyond the Map's Edge, he in the documentary, I mean, he starts out saying he hid clues in it, and at the very end, part 3, he reinforces, doubles down on that, saying that that if you watch carefully, there's clues through. So this video is just a short video on my take on what I think some of those clues are. I think it's something similar, and I hate to keep drawing parallels to it, but I don't know what else to do or to compare it to because I'm new and don't have a lot of experience in this field. So like JCB has his Unbreakable Thread, his like side book, the children's book that he says has a couple clues in it. I think this is a similar vein, which is very interesting, all the similarities between the two hunts. I don't think that you need to watch it to solve it. I think, you have to take him for his word that it's solvable by poem only. But, I mean, when you're looking for this amount of treasure, everyone's going to look for everyone's going to want as many clues, hints as they can. Everyone's looking for the edge, right? So, I mean, it'd be silly not to watch it. But I'm not going into this looking for like dozens and dozens of clues. I think if you can grab 2 or 3 things from the video, that's probably good. I wouldn't beat myself up over trying to overanalyze every single frame. But, he says look closely, right? So it's got to be a visual clue. I think that's an indicator right there. It's not something, so I'll go ahead and say what the 3 that I'm thinking of, right? Because I like to keep things short, simple, and sweet. So for me, 3 things that jumped out just on the Justin sections, right? I haven't taken it to the extent that I want to look at, I watched everything, but I'm not analyzing everything. I'm just paying close attention to whenever Justin comes on screen, listening to the words he says, which he references time again and again. So some of the time references he uses, he says time's ticking. Time is a fleeting window of time, and he's messing with the clock in the background. The clock is very prominent in the shots. To me, that's something major there. What it is, I'm not saying that I'm going to solve this 7-figure hunt on the first hour of it, right? But I do think that if you're looking for something to watch, I'd go back and look at the hands, read off the times. Listen to whenever he says something about time. And this is not something new. It's something pointing to something we've already discovered in the poem, right? We know time is going to be of importance in the poem. When you think of possible messages he could be saying, it's obvious from watching it that, the loss of his brother hit him pretty hard. A good message, a good takeaway from this would be enjoy the time you have with your loved ones. He wishes, he spent more time with them. He even says, which I don't think this is a clue because to me it's too sensitive to be a clue. But he's the creator, it could be. But he said if I picked up on the clues that his brother left him in time, he said the medical examiner said that it could have had a different outcome, right? So all these allusions to time, and the clock is very prominent in the shot, and he's messing with the hands. A few other things, not as big as the clock. One is the coffee mug situation, and I don't know if it was K-Pro or someone else in the Discord. I'll give credit to K-Pro. I think it was her that I first remember saying it about mugs. There's one, then there's 2, a continuity thing, but to me it seems intentional. What it means, I don't know. The only other thing that made me think of twos was when he's opening the briefcase and you see 2 slides, but that could be incidental. I mean, the inside pockets of a briefcase aren't something that you would arrange. They're just kind of there. And then the last thing would be the safe, right? Toward the very end, it just seemed very odd. It's like close up, zooming in on the safe numbers. So you have two things that give you numbers, right? You've got the clock hands, you've got the safe. I do think it's a little bit of, I think it's shown in a way that people can run a certain direction, and that's the direction he wants you to run, which would be, in my case, a false direction. Like, I think if you try to get coordinates or try to immediately go into code breaking, I think that might be just something to eat up your time. Again, completely novice, in my opinion, as someone who hasn't found a real treasure out in the woods. Again, that's just my opinion. Again, so the three main takeaways from this are, I'm definitely going to go back and watch it. Not tonight. I'm going to go to sleep. All right. I woke up early. I'm just going to go back, take a little nap. Still have stuff to do today. Still have stuff to do today, though. But yeah, so the time, clock faces, clock hands, look how the shot's set up. The mug early in. Now, the one thing to me with the mug could be as an indicator, like when he has the mug in his hand and there's one on the desk. When he has two, it could be an indicator for that the words mean different things. Just early toying around with it. And then the last thing would be, what would I say? Oh, the safe numbers. Definitely want to go back and get those numbers. Again, not that I think they're coordinates or longitude, or anything like that, but it's going to be important to me to have those numbers. So that's it. Really enjoyed it. Gonna watch it again. Really excited to get into this. Again, I'm more of a visual person. My hunts that I design are visual with like video clues. So this is more up my alley. Poem is a poem, but I do like that there's like a visual aspect to it. I'm really excited about that. All right, that's it. Short video. All right, later.